Men on semen retention have no other option but to stand out. They stand out in the ways they carry themselves, the energy that follows them and that leads them forward. There's intentionality behind everything they do because there's awareness that backs them within the decisions they make moving forward. And a lot of people today have zero idea of how important the commitments you make really are. Because the commitments you have signed up for, they don't mean anything unless you are actually relentless within the pursuit of creating whatever it is you want. And a man on semen retention has no other option but to confront himself in the ways that once broke him. But instead of allowing the things that you think about yourself or how this world is or how your reality is break you, that is showing you where you stand within yourself. And men are not here to play small. Men are not here to live a life consumed by distractions, consumed by other people's ideas and beliefs about them. But that is where a lot of people get stuck. And semen retention is exactly what you need if you want to stand out for the best reason possible. You are a man of honor. You are a man that doesn't just talk the talk. You're able to walk the walk in assurance over yourself because you don't go behind your back anymore. A lot of men say they want things, say they're going to do things. But the very second that sentence is over, what do they do with it? They go about their day as if what they just said held no weight. Your words hold weight. Your words are powerful. And you may not feel that way in the moment of expressing yourself in however you choose, but that creates a domino effect. The very domino effect that has brought you to this point today. Your life is really just a sum of your actions. And what does your actions, what does your habit say about the man you are? There's a lot of men nowadays in particular that use their sexual energy as a way to escape the things they're unwilling to face within themselves. But you see, your sexual energy is very high energy. There's a lot of creative power that lies dormant within what you so easily waste it on. Whether it's porn, whether it's women, OnlyFans, sleeping around, Instagram, the list can really go on. And if you're a man of honor, why would you do things that are disgraceful to the very character that you are building now? It doesn't make sense to break yourself down to appease another person, benefiting, profiting off of your own suffering. And a lot of men are dependent on their suffering because it allows them to feel seen in a short moment, whether it's through women, attention, or some form of instant gratification. But anything that's instant, anything that's quick, short-lived, was never yours to begin with. And that's the sad part about men who live their life trying to please other people. And what's beneath that is your ignorance over who you are. An ignorant man is unaware of the power he wastes. That's your power you're wasting on things that you know serve no value in your life. And then you walk around wanting people to see your value, but you haven't even gave that to yourself. You're wasting your energy in thought streams that are not allowing you to rise above whatever misery you're in now. And I'm not saying all men are in misery. I'm not saying all men are in suffering. What's worse than these two places is actually being complacent, having no motivation to get up and create change. That's a dangerous, dangerous place for any single human to feel comfortable in. Because complacency in a man's life is the silent killer of your ambition, the ambition that calls you forward to create the change. And when it comes to a woman perceiving a man in the light of his honor, that can only be a part of her perception if that's something your belief is in. Because if you don't hold yourself as honorable, as valuable, as a man of character and integrity, she's not going to be able to see you in that way because of how you're carrying yourself within that belief that you're not good enough. And the men today have landed on today's video for a very important reason. It's for you to add more structure, more discipline, and more thoughtfulness to what your actions actually create in your life. Because if you're not fighting your complacency, you're choosing mediocrity. And within mediocrity, you're not allowing yourself to up level to the man that you know is within you. Whatever you want in this life is possible. Let me be very clear when I say that. But that doesn't come easily. The things you want aren't going to just be handed to you. You have to be able to step up, to own who you are, and persevere through challenge with having some sort of end goal in mind. We need clarity of why we do the things we do. If there's no clarity, there's no direction. And with no direction, you're going to be going backwards and not forwards. So lead with some sense of clarity of what you're wanting. And I think that has everything to do as well with why women are so attracted to a man who understands the principle of what it means to be a man. Lust, constant pleasure seeking, having a hard time controlling yourself. A woman might not catch on to this right away, but when she does, there's no going back. She's going to question your character and question the man you are. And that's why it's so important for a man to get control of their nature. Lust will drain a man's battery. When you are plugged into source, into your own spirit, into your own highest potentials, that gives you energy that lust can never take away from you. Lust is there not to destroy you. Lust is there to test you and your potential. When a man can control this, he can control his destiny. And when a man can control his destiny, he is in the seat of his power. And there's no longer an option to hand that over so freely to things that actually don't matter in your life. That don't matter. If you're wanting a partnership, if you're wanting some level of respect in your life and, the successes that come from showing up constantly, even when you don't want to, you're going to have to transform yourself. And the only way to do that is by doing a deep dive within who you're being and changing what needs to be changed in order to perceive yourself in a new light and never, ever backing down. The moment you give up on the things that you want is the only way it's never going to happen. Let that sink in. So your constant effort and utilizing your time and your energy is going to naturally build you up and raise the bar higher. Raise the bar higher for what you can accomplish when you put your focus into overdrive. Your focus into overdrive. Allow your focus to demolish any distractions that once kept you stuck. Because when you do this, and that's a pattern of continuously raising the bar for yourself, and that's how confidence is created. It's by applying the knowledge you have learned up until this point, and you take the knowledge out of your past. What did your past teach you? What did your past behavior show you about yourself that you are either proud of and you want to celebrate, or you become aware of disorder that has caused you destruction? And now you get to actually have a very important role in your own life that should serve a purpose. A man without purpose is a man who cannot be confident. So semen retention naturally gives a man confidence because you're showing up to the highest degree possible for what is possible for you. By pushing past the urges that once kept you depleted, kept you stuck, drained, and going nowhere. Semen retention will allow you to skyrocket to the next level because there is a new level. Not a lot of men sign up for semen retention because either they don't understand it and the principles actually behind it that have nothing to do with just releasing your seed. It has everything to do about restoring the power that a man has forgotten, that men in today's society have forgotten. And you raising the bar of what is possible for men, that should give you energy. That should continuously keep you motivated because look around. There's not a lot of men who have reached their potential. This confidence I'm talking about can never, ever be replicated because it's unique to you. And that's what really makes a man stand out, is his own uniqueness and not downplaying who he is. Rather supporting himself through the journey of becoming the man that is on the other end of short-lived pleasure. And the more you can observe the thoughts that want to keep you stuck in that realm of possibility, the possibilities that come from that. It's you being drained, it's you being unmotivated, and it's also you showing yourself again and again that you're not curious about what's possible if you actually called back your energy and stayed in the seat of being an observer over your thoughts. Your thoughts are not you. The only thing that makes it very real is when you give it your energy, when you identify to a thought. Thoughts are neutral until you give it a definition. Allow your sexual urges to give you a definition that creates mastery on all levels of your life. Use it as a test. The test that shows you what type of man you are. And if you're ready for change, if you're ready to see new results in your life, transmute your sexual energy into creative potentials. Sexual energy and creative energy are one of the same. How you use this energy is up to you. You can channel it towards a creative endeavor, a business, a relationship, whatever it is, to one that actually allows the value to be heightened because you're putting value in it. And you're not disvaluing the very energy that you hold within yourself and disregarding it like it's nothing. It's everything. Your seed is everything. There's infinite potentials within it. But you don't see it in that light because the world doesn't want you to. The world wants you to stay the same, wants you to stay depleted, and wants men to suffer in silence when it comes to not understanding their very own energy centers. And the one you need to master today is your sexual energy and using it for the betterment of your life and not to the detriment. So in today's video, I hope I could assist you with understanding your power. And if you guys are wanting any further assistance when it comes to semen retention or any other area of your life, relationships, self-improvement, I do offer one-on-one coaching, and I will link my email down below and also right here so you guys can reach out to me for further one-on-one assistance. And with that being said, hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.